Boom, 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 boom.
10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters is 1 meter. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters.
Ah, I am I am I am singular first declensions. I arum is as is. I arum is as is. I arum is as is. Plural first declensions. Do does did, 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 do does did. In the 1400s, Prince Henry of Portugal founded a school of navigation. His work advanced European exploration and trade, including the slave trade, In the 1400s, Prince Henry of Portugal founded a school of navigation. His work advanced European exploration and trade, including the slave trade,
This is CC Cycle 1, Week 15. Tell me about Prince Henry of Portugal. So this is a great one because we've already encountered it in the timeline, so the students might be a little bit familiar with it. And it's going to start out with in the 1400s. You just hold up a 1 and 4 fingers. So in the 1400s, Prince Henry, here's our sign, our P, and then Prince is just showing kind of like royalty, like a sash that goes across you. So Prince Henry of, and since you got that P already, Portugal, founded a school, and this is actually school, so founded a school of navigation. His work advanced European exploration and trade, including the slave trade. Okay, so let's start from the beginning again. In the 1400s, Prince Henry of Portugal founded a school of navigation. His work advanced European exploration and trade, including the slave trade. Good luck.
What is each continent's highest mountain? She'll be coming around Everest in Asia when she comes. She'll be coming around Aconcagua in South America. She'll be coming around Denali in North America when she comes. She'll be coming around Kilimanjaro in Africa. She'll be coming around Elbrus in Europe when she comes. She'll be coming around Kosciuszko in Australia. She'll be coming around Vincent Massif in Antarctica when she comes. Hey! What is each continent's highest mountain? She'll be coming around Everest in Asia when she comes. She'll be coming around Aconcagua in South America. She'll be coming around Denali in North America when she comes. She'll be coming around Kilimanjaro in Africa. She'll be coming around Elbrus in Europe when she comes. She'll be coming around Kosciuszko in Australia. She'll be coming around Vincent Massif in Antarctica when she comes. Hey!
This week we will be learning about the Middle East. So we remember this very faint square that we have on our map, that is enlarged down here at the bottom. And this is what we're going to focus on this week, the Middle East. So it's going to start with Israel, which is this blue area right here. And then the Sinai Peninsula, which is right here, this purple area. And then the Suez Canal, which is right along here. This is a canal. Then Cairo, Egypt, which is right here by the Nile River Delta. And then you have the Gaza Strip, which is right here, the red area. Okay, so now ask and you point. Where is the Gaza Strip? Where is Cairo? Where is the Suez Canal? Where is the Sinai Peninsula? And where is Israel? And now I point and you tell me.
Now it's time for timeline. Oh boy, I'm gonna flip over for this. 500 AD, 500 AD, Byzantine Emperor Justinian, Benedict and monasticism, Muhammad founds Islam, Zanjan early gone in Africa, Franks defeat Muslims at the Battle of Tours, Golden Age of Islam, ooh, Vikings raid and trade, Japan's Ian period, Charlemagne crowned Emperor of Europe, Alfred the Great of England, Eric the Red and Leif Erikson, Norse explorers, Vladimir the First of Kiev, Byzantine Emperor Basil the Second, 1000 AD, 1000 AD, East-West schism of the Church, Norman conquest and feudalism in Europe, the Crusades, Zimbabwe, and early Mali in Africa. Aztecs of Mesoamerica, Francis of Assisi and Thomas Aquinas, Japan shoguns, Incas of South America, Genghis Khan rules the Mongols, England's Magna Carta, Ottoman Empire, Marco Polo's journey to China, 100 Years' War, and Black Death, the Renaissance, China's Ming Dynasty. Timeline, timeline, this is my timeline. Age of exploration, circa 1400 to circa 1600. Prince Henry founds the School of Navigation, slave trade in Africa. Gutenberg's printing press, Songhai in Africa. Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia, the Spanish Inquisition. Columbus sails to the Caribbean. 1500 AD, 1500 AD, Age of absolute monarchs, circa 1500 to circa 1800. Protestant Reformation, Spanish conquistadors in the Americas, Calvin's Institute of the Christian Religion, Council of Trent, Baroque period of the arts,
Nice.
Japan's isolation, Jamestown and Plymouth colony founded, Age of Enlightenment, circa 1650 to circa 1800, Hudson's Bay Company, First Great Awakening, Classical period of the arts, the 7 Years' War.
This is CC Week 15 timeline. It starts with Japan's isolation. So you're going to show Japan, like the island of Japan, Japan's isolation, like they're alone. Jamestown, you're just going to show the sign for a town, Jamestown, and Plymouth colony founded. So just your right thumb up over your left hand. Then Age of Enlightenment, so it's a time of new ideas. So you would just show new ideas. ideas. So your pinky comes out. Then you have Hudson's Bay Company. You're just gonna sign this like the first letter. So Hudson's Bay Company. Then you have the First Great Awakening. So you'll just show First Great Awakening. And then you have Classical Period of the Arts. This is a time of simplicity and order. So you would just show simplicity and order. And the last one is 7 Years War. So you're gonna show an ASL 7, so I'm grabbing my ring finger here. 7 years war. So let's start from the beginning. Japan's isolation, Jamestown and Plymouth Colony founded, Age of Enlightenment, Hudson's Bay Company, First Great Awakening, Classical Period of the Arts, and 7 Years War. Good luck. All right, hi friends. So our experiment this week is called Prints, and it's to determine how fossils were preserved. So you're gonna have modeling clay. I just used Play-Doh here. A paper plate, which it's on a paper plate, a seashell, which I have a seashell in the bag here, and petroleum jelly, which I have right here, a plastic spoon, which I have right here, plaster of Paris, which is in this little cup right here, this white stuff, tap water, I already have it in my cup, and my paper cup. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're going to take a piece of clay the size of a lemon and put it on the paper plate, and then you're going to rub the outside of the seashell, with petroleum jelly. So here I have my shell. I just got the petroleum jelly out, and I'm just gonna rub petroleum jelly on the outside of my shell. Just like so. Okay, now you can use like a rock, but I like the seashell because there's like grooves on it. That's pretty cool. All right, so you've got your seashell, and you're going to press the seashell into the clay. So here's my clay. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna press down like pretty hard. So it goes all the way around. It's almost like a cookie cutter cutout. Okay, I got it in there. And then it says, carefully remove the seashell so that a clear imprint of the shell remains in the clay. So here we go. Boom. Wow, that came out great. Okay, so now I got a really good imprint of a seashell. Then I'm going to mix 4 spoons of plaster of Paris with 2 spoons of water in the paper cup. So I already went ahead and put water in the paper cup. So now I'm just going to put 4 spoonfuls of the plaster of Paris in the cup. All right, so I've mixed the plaster of Paris and the water together, and now I'm going to carefully pour it into my little imprint. And I may not be able to save this Play-Doh. I'm not gonna worry about it because you can get a lot of Play-Doh. All right, so I did that. And now it says throw the paper cup and spoon away, and the plaster mixture, don't let it go down the drain because it's gonna clog it up. And now you're gonna wait for this to harden for 15 to 20 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so we're back. It's been about 20 minutes, and we're gonna separate the clay from this mold. Whoa, look at this. Brianna, I made a shell. You see it? Wow, how cool is that?
How do you make it?
Did you see that?
How do you make a shell? Can I make a shell too?
Yeah. So basically what happened is the clay has an imprint on the outside of the shell, and the plaster looks like the outside of the shell, right? Because we had the shell before, we put it into the clay, and then we put the plaster on, and now we have a mold. And so the layer of clay and the plaster are both examples of fossils. So a fossil is any impression or trace of organisms from past geologic times. So the clay represents the soft mud of ancient times. Organisms made imprints in the mud. If nothing collected in the prints, the mud dried, forming what is now called a cast fossil. When sediments filled the imprint, a sedimentary rock formed with the print of the organism on the outside. So this type of fossil is called a mold fossil. All right, so we made a full mold fossil, and fossils are formed from sedimentary rock. Remember, we learned that last week in our science. The 3 types of rock were sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous. So we're putting all these different parts of science together. Anyway, enjoy making your mold. Thanks, Brianna.
You're welcome.
Giovanni Angelico, born in 1400, was an Italian monk who painted during the early Renaissance. He was called Fra Angelico as a formal title in the monastery. Fra has the same meaning as brother. During his time at the monastery, he drew pictures to illustrate stories and hand-lettered pages of books. His pictures were serene with delicate colors and included scenes from the Bible. Halos were used on angels to signify an inner goodness shining out during this era. They were made with real gold by using gold metal pounded into a thin sheet called gold leaf that was then glued on with varnish.